literally, I'm so pissed off about this thing with Dylan and Sumayah. I don't care about no kind of dating rumors. I don't care about that. I'm talking about how they get judged on the show. Like, he will do very minimalist presentation, and everybody's like, oh my god, so realistic. Yeah, with the hyper realism things. I'm like, bro. And they're like, oh yeah, it's the same size as it would be in the museum. I'm like, bro. To me, it was so flipping basic. My man Christian made a pair of jeans. My girl Sumayah made a hyper realistic duck. And not only the duck with all the feathers and the beak and stuff, but also the grass and stuff around it. I'm like, you have people making straight up masterpieces. Meanwhile, Dylan puts like, I don't know, whatever bread bakes. It just, I don't even remember the details now. But if he literally does 2 plus 2, if he literally colors inside the lines, make things appear neat, it's like, oh my god, such brilliant artistry. Like, make it make sense, because if Sumayah doesn't do everything perfect, like how presentation, flavors, and technique, if she doesn't do all three 100% perfectly, then they make her go home. And I was so confused in the beginning, because I was like, why would she ever be in danger of going home? Because she had expressed anxiety about it. I'm like, why would this super talented, brilliant girl who's a baker and an artist, why would she ever be in danger of going home? Then when she did go home, when it happened, I was like, oh, or at least like somewhere along the lines, I started paying attention to how they were judging her versus how they judged Dylan. If she doesn't have everything 100%, no mistakes, unless she presents them complete perfection, she will not get good marks. Whereas Dylan, he can do such a minimalist thing, super duper minimalist thing, like that painting, carré noir sur carré blanc. This artist literally put some black square on a white square, and everybody's like, oh my god, international masterpiece. Same thing. That's what they do with Dylan. Once he, like, I don't know, he did like a rose petal frosting design sometime, and then they're like, oh my gosh, so beautiful. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Sumayah literally does like Sistine Chapel level art. Like, bro, she is the one who's just doing out of this world supernaturally phenomenal artistry. And you are daring to compare this to some guy who puts 4 pieces of bread or whatever on the plate in a straight line. And because he put them in a straight line and frosted them the same or whatever it was, they're like, oh my god, wow, he gets a handshake, he's a genius. And I'm just like, it pisses me off, because like, and yes, he has great technique. Yes, they're both talented. Yes, both of them have great flavors and great technique. But the thing with Dylan is more like newness. Like, sure, he could put good flavors together, but it's more, like I said, the newness of these flavors to the judges that impresses them. Or just whatever. In my mind, they are match to match. Like, in my mind, they're just about the same level as technique. Dylan may be a teensy bit higher on technique, but in my mind, they're same level at technique. In my mind, they can both do amazing flavors. It's just that Dylan's combinations might be more surprising, but Sumayah takes so many risks, just like Christian. Just like they tell them to do. But then, in terms of presentation, Sumayah is show-stopping, elegant pieces of art you don't even want to eat because they look too pretty. Meanwhile, Dylan is like, bro, he did it neat and they're good. Even if he did it messy, like, bro, nobody cares. He can still win Star Baker. Like, nobody cares. But Sumayah, literally one thing off. She will literally add 5 separate elements that they did not even ask for. She's such an overachiever. She will literally do things that's so phenomenal in like some 4 hours or 2 hours they were given. Accomplish 5 times more than any other person, other than especially the Dylan, right? But somehow she won't get properly acknowledged, and that's what pisses me off the most. And I'm gonna say that, like, if he were black, like Ilian, or if he were brown, like Sumayah, or if he was a woman, he would never get this much credit. He would never get away with all this stuff. I'm just saying, like, the judging is completely unproportional to the actual skill and technique of the baker. If you're gonna recognize Dylan for doing super minimalist stuff and getting away with it, then you should be bowing down to Sumayah, who literally does like just masterpieces that you've never seen before with food. You would think like sometimes you would think that she painted because she made something so hyper realistic. Not only did she make it so hyper realistic, she did it with food, bro. Like, you've got to be kidding me right now. Meanwhile, Dylan can do something, and for lack of better words, it's like somebody's good, possibly good 8th grade art project, and then they're all just like, whoa, oh my god. I'm just like, no, stop it. You don't make sense. He's literally having white passing privileges. I'm sorry, like, he is. He's a male, and he's white passing. That's it. He's not that impressive. He's great. He's talented. But so are the other people. You can't just acknowledge one person and discredit all the others for one tiny imperfection. My next gripe with the show is Christian. He's also an amazing baker. His only problem is that he's doing stuff that he's picking flavors that the Paul guy doesn't like. And so at some point I was like, yeah, my boy Christian, the only way you're gonna get recognized is by just doing flavors that Paul favors, right? Like super bland and stuff. Because like I do remember one time when Sumayah and Ilian did like some spice in their bakes, whatever it was. Then the judges were like, oh, it's too spicy, oh, it's too much spice. Just like Georgie, I forget. Yeah, she was making some kind of autumn flavored thing and had a lot of spice, and they're like, too much spice. So, you know, part of it is down to personal preference. Like, part of it, you do have to know who you're cooking for, who you're baking for, and tailor it to them. Even though they always say about, oh, bring your individuality, be your full self. And I love that the bakers bring in parts of their family and their culture. I love that about them. But to be honest, that's not always factored in judging. They say they want bakers to bring their individuality, their family, their culture, their memories. However, it's like, if I'm making it to my taste and I love spicy food, Paul and Prue not into that, they're gonna be like, too spicy, or too whatever this, you get it? Or too lemony or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So there is a little bit of a pitfall that even if you're super inventive like Christian, I respect him for that. Even if you're super inventive like him, and they tell you to be inventive, they tell you to take risks, where's the fucking payoff? My man Christian literally came like second in whichever round it was, signature, technical, or showstopper. He keeps coming in second place, pisses me off. Same thing, like Sumayah also does super well. So like, how come she only got Starbaker once? Dylan gets Starbaker every other fucking week. Make it make sense. Like, we have some really, really great people here that are just sorely not being recognized at all because of basic things like, say, the judges' preferences for flavors, or bigger things like discrimination against women of color because she's a woman and she's a woman of color. Yeah, so I'm just saying, ain't no way of someone like Sumayah, who's literally not only a baker, but like an art student with like some 50 years of experience. Like, if she told me that she's like some professional artist who studied under one of, you know, quote unquote, the greats, I would believe her. Because not only she's a stunning and gifted baker, she's also a stunning artist. Like, the words do not even cover the quality, the ambition that it takes to do her stuff. Like, she literally made like, there was something where she did 5 times the amount of work and still pulled it off. But because there's like one thing wrong, someone like Dylan, who puts 2 cakes in a row, can still win over her. Right? Or like one time he just did white icing. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm saying he can win with the simplest stuff. He can win just by saving presentation to the last 5 minutes. Whereas she spent the last 30 minutes decorating her cakes, doing those like sugar sculpture thingies. And what else was that other kind of mold they used? I forget. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, it's just completely, it's just completely like, no, it's not okay. Like, it needs to stop. The least they can do is credit Sumayah, like, credit people proportionally. She should have won Star Baker like a few times for how amazing she is. Christian should have won Starbreaker. Mind you, I haven't even finished the show, so I don't know if he does, but I'm just saying there's so many times she's come in second and it's not fair. There's so many times Sumayah has literally done supernaturally phenomenal stuff and it's just not recognized. So like, yeah, it's like, and then Christian, he takes risks, just like they say, but then like, I didn't like this flavor. Like, just stop. Give people credit where credit is due. That's it. Like, it's actually disgusting how brilliant and how talented a girl like Sumayah is, and just not getting credit, and then Dylan can just do 2 + 2, and he's a genius, and he invented math. You see, it's like just like that. Like, this girl is out here, my girl Sumayah is out here doing differential calculus backwards or whatever. And then Dylan is just doing like some 2 + 2 in his presentation, and somehow he gets through. Like, it's disgusting. Please acknowledge that the girl is doing stuff leagues and bounds above what you even ask for. Please acknowledge that. Please acknowledge the intricacy, the meticulous way that she designs and presents all her stuff. Please, like, that's all I'm asking, bro. It's really not difficult, and is actually completely unfair how she's been treated. Like, no wonder she had anxiety about her position in the show, even though she's literally that phenomenal. Like, it's actually, like, wrong. Yeah.